go out there, they'll start to get ahead, and they immediately change their lifestyle. And the way I was taught to do it was don't change your lifestyle at all. Like if you get your income to X amount, take that X amount over what it takes to pay your bills and invest it back in the business, into staff, infrastructure, leads, people.
Yeah, people, 100%.
Health agents. Do more for people than what they expect you to do. And so that's the other thing. And then the being selfless. Start thinking more about other people's goals than you think about your goals. The one common denominator that anybody that builds a big agency, no matter where they build it, they have those three things. They work really hard, they're selfless, and they're not afraid to invest money. I would say a fourth thing is learn how to become system dependent, not people dependent. Right? If your agency is growing simply because of your charisma and your ability to drive it, what happens when you're not there? You've got to learn how to create a business that'll work when you're not there to push it. And in order to do that, the consistent, persistent activity over time, if you do it long enough, people will eventually do what you're doing. But the idea of the week or changing every 3 weeks or every month and saying, we're doing this now, we're doing that now, those big, massive, sweeping changes literally squelches your growth. If you look at any organization, like in my organization, one of the top people in my organization quit for 2 years. Like he started with us and then he went away for 2 years and then he came back and then he blew up. And now he's an integrity partner. That's Stephen Yee. But Stephen was gone for 2 years. But what we did was we were consistently, persistently doing the same activity over and over and over and over again, even when it didn't seem to be working. And we stayed around 2 years so he could come back, you know? And then it became a roadmap of what to do, where people weren't always going, well, what about now? What's the next best thing? The shiny object syndrome and always changing. Because I look at it like this, organizations are like a clock. You know how clocks, they have all those gears?
Yes.
So if you start changing the big gear, the direction of the big gear at the top, all you're doing is breaking off the pieces of gears at the bottom, and you got to start over. And so just becoming predictable and consistent.
Yeah,
I think those are probably the 4 things.
Yeah, and I want to kind of recap on those points because I think that was so powerful. And so if you want to become a successful agent and grow $1 million per month agency, number 1 is you got to be hardworking. Number 2, be a selfless servant leader. And then number 3 is investing in your business. And this is a big one because I always say a lot of people want change, but they only want to invest change. And so the number 1 investment that you're going to get the most in is your business. And the first one is you. And then the second one is your business. And so that's very important. And then number 4 is you got to be an action taker. And a lot of times people want to win a championship, but they're not willing to put in the sacrifice to get those results. And so those are the 4 keys to having a successful agency. So
yeah.
In regards to that, what have you seen from the agents, right? What are the talents or the skills or the scripts, or everybody's looking at those things. What are some of the commonalities for agents that you've seen that have become some of the top producers?
Well, the number 1 thing I look for is gratitude. I think gratitude's super important. I think people that take personal responsibility for where they are. A lot of times in this industry, we talk about personal growth and personal development and self-development and what books are you reading. And the reason why that's so important is because it's a tool to teach people to take personal responsibility. Because you can't fix a problem that you don't know that you have.
Reading is a tool that helps you take personal responsibility. I love that. I had to write that one down.
Yeah, because it gets you into a proactive mindset, not a reactive mindset. And you can't fix a problem that you don't know that you have. So no matter what went wrong or what went right or what I could have done better or who did something wrong to me, I always took personal responsibility. Like that was my fault. I could have done something different. I never blamed anybody, never held a grudge, forgave people really quickly, and just kept the thing moving forward.